the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. And Mike, he is not on the line. And now he is on the line. We have Regis Prograis on the line. What's going on, Regis? How are you? Thank you for taking out the time to give us this opportunity to interview you. How are you, sir?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for having me. I'm good. Just chilling.
Well, first and foremost, I guess I'll start it off by asking, what is the deal? Are you in the World Boxing Super Series, or are you going to pull out like Ivan Branchek and do what is right for your career?
As far as I'm concerned right now, I'm still in. I'm still kind of in limbo right now. Since Ivan Branchek pulled out, it really don't mean as much because, the whole thing was to get the money and the belts, and he got the IBF belt. So if he pull out, it don't mean as much. But at the same time, my next fight will be it's supposed to be against Relic for the WBA. So that's kind of still my goal. Because I want to fight for the money and the belts. And, my next fight is for, of course it's going to be for the money, but it's for the belt. It's for, a major belt. So that's still my route. But at the same time, we don't know. From what I'm hearing, well, I'm pretty sure everybody hearing, like some fighters didn't get paid, from the last time. Now, I was good. I got all my payments all on time. Matter of fact, I got my stuff early, but, I heard it was promoters and other stuff and other fighters, even from, months ago, they still to get payments from the World Boxing Super Series. So I know that that might be an issue, but as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm still in it, I guess, So I don't, I still, but like I said, I'm still in limbo right now. We don't got no dates, we don't got no venues, we don't got nothing, but is like I said, I don't think I'm pulling out yet, so I don't know yet. I just know.
Cool. So have you had that conversation with Lou or your manager and said, all right, this is the timeline. If we don't get a solid announcement by blank date, we're going to do our own thing?
As far as the date concerned, it's no date, but I just told them, I definitely just don't want to wait too long. I'm always in the gym. I'm always training anyway. So it's like, I don't want to just be training for nothing. So it's not a date, but it's just like, it just don't take too long, basically,
But yeah, tell us for you, how long is not too long? Like, how long is not too long? Like, how many months or days got to go by before you like, Lou, forget this, get me out of this, just get me a fight?
You know what? It might be in the next couple of weeks, really. If I don't find something out in the next couple of weeks, then I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to figure out like what's going on, basically. For me, because I'm ready out. Really, they had promised the World Boxing Super Series. They had promised that it was gonna be 9. It was gonna be 9 in 9 months. It was gonna be 3 fights in 9 months. So, of course, that can't happen now. So it's just like, I don't really have a date like about when, but it's just like I might, wake up one day and be like, look, y'all got to figure something out. So. I mean, like, like that's their job to figure all that stuff out. I'm the fighter, I let the business people handle.
Hey, how's it going, Regis? I met you at the Triple G and Canelo fight a while ago. I guess 2 questions. Would you still pursue and kind of talk to Ivan around just trying to get that fight near in the future? Because I know the fans has been wanting that. And if you could also pick a replacement for someone to take over Ivan's spot in the World Boxing Super Series, who would you want ideally in there?
Well, it's not up to me. It really is up to. I already thought what I think they was gonna have is Postal come in. I think that's who was supposed to be. That's who's gonna be the replacement. I don't really. For me, like I said, I don't care. Ivan has a belt, so to me, he means the most basically. They got good fighters and stuff like that, but. I mean, as far as replacing, I don't care who replacing who. I just want, I want to fight for the belts and stuff like that, So that's my whole thing. It's not, I never really cared about names. I just care about, the money and the belts. And, and if Ivan has a belt, he's pulling out, then, like I said, the tournament I think the stock kind of goes down just a little bit because it won't be 2 belts inside the tournament. It'll just be 1 now, basically.
How's it going, Regis? Michael here. I want to know, is the biggest reason that you're staying in the tournament for the belt, or is it for like a good payday? Because I know most fighters don't like to be out of the ring and don't know like when the next fight is. So is the WBA belt the only thing that's keeping you there?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because to be honest, I can get the same type of payday outside the tournament now. That's the thing about, and I think that's why Ivan is pulling out, because he has the IBF belt, and he can get the same type of payday outside the tournament, and I can too now. Me and Josh Taylor, we can all get the same type of paydays outside the tournament. It's a lot of money floating around the box right now, so we can do either thing. But for me, I really want that. I want that belt because I feel like these dudes, they won't fight me if they didn't have to. They really won't fight me. So I don't think that I would get this opportunity to fight for the WBA. I don't think Relic will want to fight me if it wasn't for this tournament, basically. So that's kind of why I'm having patience right now. It's getting thin. My patience is getting thin right now, but I still got a little patience because I still do want to fight for the WBA title. But I can, to be honest, I can go outside the tournament and make 7 figures and don't have to fight for the title. I can fight somebody else for a non-title fight and still make 7 figures right now. So my thing is that I still want to fight for the I still want to fight for the WBA. I still want to fight Relic because this is a shot at the belt. I know if outside the tournament I want my next, if I wasn't fighting inside the tournament right now, my next fight probably won't be for the belt. They'll probably give me like 2 fights. It'll be for a belt. Like say if I go the Ramirez route, I know they wouldn't want to fight me next. They would probably want to fight me a fight after that, or even Maurice or Ivan Baranchyk. They wouldn't want to fight me next. They wouldn't want to fight me they would want to fight me like 2 fights from now. But with the WBA, I'm next. I'll be fighting for that belt like the next fight. I don't have to wait or nothing like that. So I kind of, I'm kind of being patient because that's really what I want. I want to fight for a major belt.
Hey Regis, Martin McGee here. So let me ask you a question here. If you do decide to stay in, right? You get the WBA shot, everything goes according to plan. How loyal at that point would you remain to the tournament?
To what? What you mean? The tournament? I mean, it depends. The whole thing is, if they having money troubles now? Not even now. Earlier, previous to this, they having money troubles. They still didn't pay people from months ago, basically. So that's the whole thing. If not say, of course, they come up with the money, then they find a big time investor and they come up with the money, then all right, that'll be for this one. But who says that the next fight in the finals, who says they gonna, it's gonna be the same thing? What if all this stuff happens again for the finals? Then you gotta just see. Then I really gotta reevaluate what's going on, because I'm not gonna just be waiting all around. I don't want to wait. That the thing is, in boxing, we used to this because when I was fighting on little undercards and stuff like that, or even before that, even when I was fighting, before that, me and my coach, we done drove to different places, and you had a whole 6-week camp, and the fight will pull out the same day, and I didn't did that stuff, so I'm used to this already. But on a big level, it shouldn't be happening like this on the larger scale, basically, So I'm kind of used to it. But the whole thing with the tournament, it was supposed to be, 3 fights in 9 months. So I was expecting a busy year, but of course, it didn't happen. It didn't happen already. Stuff already is happening. So I don't know. I can't say how loyal I'll be to the tournament. I'm not loyal to the tournament. I'm loyal to the, to the belts and to the opportunity. It's not loyalty to the tournament. It's just, I want my whole thing is now I want to stay in it because I want to fight for the belt. Basically, that's kind of the reason why I really want to stay in. But of course, like I said, my patience is growing thin. Just because I want to fight. I want to be active. I want, I'm only getting older. Basically, I just made 30, so I don't want to be waiting around my whole career. Waiting for opportunity and stuff like that. So especially right now the prime years for me to make a whole bunch of money. It's all sitting there right now. So, we'll see. We'll see what's up.
How quickly do you think that you would get a fight if you pulled out tomorrow, or let's say you pull out next week? How quick would you get into the ring? Do you even know if there's been any discussions about, plan B or plan C?
It's always plan A, B, C, D, and E. It's always those plans. I'm pretty sure if I get out, it'll be pretty quick. Pretty sure. If I pulled out the tournament, I can get pretty good if I pulled out the tournament.
You want to give us any insight on that plan B, plan C? Any names, venues, dates?
I can't. Yeah, no, I can't give. I just know it is plans, basically. I don't even have the insight, but I just know it is plans, basically. I can't give names, dates, venues, but I know, it will be. It's always a backup plan, no matter what.
Hey, Regis, this is Ron again. Look, a lot of people's been thinking you were the reason why Terrence Crawford went to 147. You're a tremendous puncher. You're a tremendous boxer. We saw in the last fight. I recently talked to Maurice, and he's been saying that he was looking and eyeing maybe trying to fight you in the future. Is that a fight that, in case you don't continue through the tournament, things don't work out? Maurice Hooker, is that what we're looking at?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, Maurice Hooker, he's been talking a lot of shit lately. And, I feel like they've been saying that stuff. Maurice Hooker, Ramirez, they've been saying my name pretty much right now because they know I'm in a tournament. Now, let's see. Let's say I pulled out this tournament tomorrow. I want to see if they still going to be saying those big words about me, because guess what? If I want to fight for the belts. If he got that belt, if this dude don't beat him, he should beat the dude he about to fight. If this dude don't, if he beat that dude and stuff like that, then guess what? I'll go that route. Like I said, I want to fight for the belts, so I feel like I want to clean it up. I want to clean up 140 and basically, take all the belts. And by the way, I think right now 140 is stacked. It's a stacked, big stacked division right now. And, it's way more stacked than when Crawford was in it, basically. So I want to do the same thing with Crawford, but I feel like if I do it, it'll be way better, basically. I want me and him we got a kind of competitive thing going on. We cool, but we got a competitive thing going on. So basically, I feel like if I clean out 140 and take all the belts, it'll be better than when Crawford did it.
So, Jose, what do you know about Jose Cepeda? Because we were doing some research, and that loss that he has to Flanagan. What?
You called him Jose as Regis.
Man, what are you talking about? You need to clean your ears. I said Regis. What do you know about Jose's opponent? All right, maybe I did say Jose.
I don't know.
Sorry about that, Regis.
You
he says I did.
But I know.
But I'm talking about Cepeda. I want to know about Cepeda.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about Cepeda. I know he lost to Flanagan. Supposedly his shoulder was out of place or something. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know nothing about Jose Cepeda. Nothing at all about him at all. All I know is he got one loss to Flanagan. Supposedly his shoulder was hurt or something like that. That's the only thing I know. But from what I heard and from what I'm reading, he's real good. He's tough, and a lot of from what I'm seeing, people thinking that he's gonna beat Jose Ramirez. So we're gonna see what's up with that.
Who think that?
I mean, I saw people online saying that he got a big chance. He got a real chance at beating Jose Ramirez. Like he can pull off the upset. So I don't know. Like I said, to be honest, I don't know nothing about him. So I can't get my input on that because I'm ignorant about the fact about him. I don't even know nothing about him, basically.
What has the WBC told you about the whole interim thing that you got going on, and why haven't they made you and Ramirez fight?
Well, because I'm in the tournament now. Basically, he had the opportunity to jump in the tournament. So if he would have jumped in the tournament, the first fight would have been me and him. Now he had a I don't know if y'all saw the video from Sutherland, the dude that's putting on that's doing the tournament stuff. He had a multi-million-dollar offer to fight in the tournament. They turned it down. Now he's not making that money in Fresno. I know this for a fact. I know his manager Rick will go crazy. He hear me saying it, but whatever. He's not making that type of money. He's not making 7 figures in Fresno. Not yet. I don't know about this fight, but not yet. He's not making 7 figures yet. So he had a multi-million-dollar offer to fight me. If he would have jumped in the tournament, he would have had, you know, at least 7 figures. But he would have had to fight me first because I was the interim champion. Now I don't even think I have it no more. I got the diamond belt. I think Josh Taylor has the interim, but you know, still that's just all mixed up with the sanctioning bodies and stuff like that. It's just so now, you know, basically he'll just have to wait until after the tournament is finished and then go ahead and fight him. Hopefully he keeps the belt for a while and, you know, go ahead and fight Ramirez.
Maurice Hooker had some choice words about the tournament. He felt like the tournament was set up for you to win, and he says he couldn't wait to get another shot at you to like get everything settled from the amateurs. I mean, you guys have an ongoing back and forth. So, is there anything you want to tell him?
That look, we gonna make the fight. Like I said, I feel like he's saying all this shit because he knows I'm in a tournament. I just want to hear him if they make that fight happen. Hopefully, he keep the belt and they make that fight happen. I just want him to say all that same shit, keep that same energy because it's all this same thing with Ramirez. They're saying all this stuff because they know I'm in the tournament. So they know I gotta fight these people. So they know it's at least another year before I even get to them, even if that, basically. So of course, if you know somebody can't fight you for at least a year, of course you're gonna be you're gonna be saying all this type of shit. But I just want him to keep that same energy, you know, once the tournament's over, or if, like I said, we don't know what's going on with the tournament right now. The shit might be over. You never know. It might be on, it might be off. I don't know what's going on with the tournament right now. But if it is off, guess what? That's who I can't say that's who I'm gonna go with first, but I'm gonna get one of them belts, and he might be one of whoever offers me the best deal, basically, you know. So I know he wants to settle score in the amateurs and stuff like that. But look, me and him, you know, of course we fought in the amateurs. I won. People know that. But for me, that don't even count. Like, I don't even worry about the amateurs. Like, I was just a raw street fighter in the amateurs, and he been boxing for that long ass time, and I still beat him. But even off the amateurs, I don't even talk about that no more, because that, for me, that don't count. Like, if I lost in the amateurs or won in the amateurs, like, for me, that's amateurs. That don't count to me. But still, anyways, like, if you look at me and him I don't know how many current, like, the same opponents we had. I know we had 3 for sure. In every opponent, the same opponent we had, I outshined him way more. We had one dude, I forgot. I know he knocked him out in the first round. I knocked him out in the first round with a body shot, a jab to the body. I think that's one up on me. Then he fought Abel Ramos, and he had a draw with Abel Ramos. Now, we all know in boxing what a draw means, right? So he had a draw with Abel Ramos on Showtime. People saw what I did to Abel Ramos, right? I destroyed Abel Ramos, basically. They had blood all on the camera and shit like that. Then he fought Flanagan, and it was a really, really close fight with Flanagan. He almost lost the fight. He won, but he almost lost the fight with Flanagan. A real split decision, and you saw what I did to Flanagan. So for me, it's no question that, you know, like who's the better fighter. But still, you can't compare that. I feel like I just, you know, with him, we'll see. I hope he keep that same energy once the tournament is over, and then, you know, then we'll fight. I saw he said he'll come to New Orleans or whatever. Look, whatever, it can be whatever, but let him keep that same energy.
Regis, my last question is, you're with the WBSS and you're on the zone. After this tournament is over with, what network would you want to work with, or has there been any offers from any networks for you after this tournament?
Oh, well, right now I'm number 1 in the world, so it's definitely offers. You know, they rank me number 1 right now. It's offers everywhere, you know. So after the tournament, basically whoever gives me the best offer, I got offers right now. So that's who right now. I'm just having patience with the tournament, but, you know, whoever offers me the best offer, I can't say who, but whoever offers me the best offer, then, that's I guess that's who I would go with. Right now, boxing is just hot right now. There's money floating in the air right now. So that's the good thing about it. You know, they got Showtime, ESPN, The Zone, all those, so basically whoever offers me the best one and, can basically catapult my career even more, then that's who I'm going to go with,
Hey, Regis, this is Ron again. And, you're amazing at 140. A lot of people's picking you to win the tournament at 140. There's two names that's been floating around about 140 that may enter 140. We have Mikey Garcia that's fighting Errol Spence, hints that if he doesn't win, would you want to have that fight with him at 140? And Teofimo Lopez is a guy who's coming up. He's a prospect, but he's eyeing to go to 140 later. What do you feel about those two guys?
Mm-hmm. Both of them are real good. To be honest, Teofimo is, he's really good. He's a really, really good fighter at 135. We're gonna see if he come to 140. Let him come up. Let him come up to me. We'll see. I'm gonna have to show him. Who the fucking Ruger is. I'm my bad for cursing, but I'm gonna have to show him. And then Mikey, I always said I want to fight Mikey. I told Robert Garcia, when I went to Jose Ramirez fight. Because I saw on YouTube on Ellie's channel, he said that he got 3 dudes in the gym that'll beat me. I think Virgil Ortiz, Ramirez, and Mikey. And I was like, shit. Like I said, I'm gonna beat all of them. And I told him like I'm gonna beat all them dudes. Or anybody you got, I'm gonna beat them. So I always said that I think Mikey. It was months ago. I said, in a year and a half, me and Mikey will be one of the biggest fights in boxing. So yeah, of course, it depends what happened with him and Spence, but I'm pretty sure he gonna lose against Spence, and he'll come back to 140. So yeah, I think that'll be a perfect fight for me.
Hey Regis, I want to thank you for your time and thank you for letting us interview you. And before we let you go, I do want to apologize to you personally for the Saints losing and not making the Super Bowl. I know it probably dug kind of deep at you real quick. And also, if you got any social media that you want to give out, go ahead and give it out now.
You had to rub in the Saints, huh? It's cool. We you know what? In New Orleans, everybody party and all that anyway. So we know we're supposed to go to the the Super Bowl. But anyways, yeah, my on Twitter is, what is my Twitter? I think I forgot. Regis is R Prograis, R Prograis. My Instagram is Regis Prograis, and Facebook is Regis Prograis Box. And so yeah, that's everything.
Whenever you find out your training camp, man, we definitely want to come down and try to get some inside the camp action with you.
Well, this time I hope y'all got y'all passports, because when I went to Mexico City, I went to Nacho Bernstein's gym, and that's why I'm gonna have my next training camp at. So get your passports if you want to come to training camp, because that's where it's gonna be at. Next camp could be. Hopefully they get everything settled now pretty soon, but my next training camp is gonna be over at the Romanza gym in Mexico City.
Now you using that gym because you want to have the watchful eye of Nacho Beristain, or you just want to be in the climate of Mexico? And what's your reasons?
All of it above. Of course I got my trainer Bobby Benton. But of course, if you got a Hall of Fame trainer right there, why not utilize it? And we went over there, and he was, everybody was real humble towards each other. He said, just let me know when you coming, so he gets his sparring partners. And to me, it's just like that old school gym. Like I went over there, and I had when they gave me my belt, and for the WBC thing. So I went over to the gym, I visited, and it's just like the feeling of the gym. Like once I stepped in the gym, I felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. I never liked those fancy boxing gyms. For me, I feel like a boxing gym is supposed to be like the old school boxing gym, one ring, real raggedy, tape all on the bag, and just dirty, and that type of environment. And I feel like that's what the best fighters come out, those little hole in the wall gyms, and I just won't be in that environment. They already had a lot of good fighters in there already. He produced all those world champions, and he got even more people that's coming up, and it's a lot of I was already iron like sparring partners in there already. So that's kind of, I just want to utilize that. And then just being in Mexico, I just then it's, of course, Mexico City is altitude and stuff, so you can utilize that. And just try something different. If like my training camps, I go to LA at first, and then I go back to Houston. So I think this time we could try something a little different. We could go to Mexico City first, and then maybe stay in Mexico City the whole time, or maybe go between Mexico City and Houston. But I went in the gym and I loved it. Like I kind of fell in love with the gym. Just the people, the fighters, all that stuff. So that's kind of fun.
Just to be clear, you said that he's gonna choose the sparring partner selection, and he being Nacho.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying that. No, he said I'm not saying that. No, he has fighters. He already had. He said, let me know when y'all coming back so he can have his fighters in there, basically. So he can have his fighters in there so we can have sparring partners and stuff. That's all he said. It's not, he's not gonna choose his sparring partner. You know, he's not my coach and nothing like that. But it won't be bad if, you know, somebody like that can give you little pointers every now and then. You know, he's not my coach. He's not gonna be coaching me, training me, and nothing like that. But he does have fighters, and I feel like in those type of environments, like for me, like the best fighters come out those type of environments, basically. You know, like the hood, the rough part, and that's what I like. You know, so that's why I went over there, and I just, like I said, I fell in love with the gym, so that's why I want to have my training camp there.
Well, Regis, man, thank you, man, for giving us a little bit of insight into your life and everything that is revolved around the World Boxer Super Series. We wish you obviously the best on whatever that outcome may be with that tournament, or with you, you know, getting a very lucrative deal. We appreciate the time. Can't wait to get you back on, brother.
Cool, man. Thanks for having me, bro. Thank y'all.
All right, there you have it, man. Regis Prograis. Definitely cannot wait to see what's next with him. I mean, it would, you know, you would assume that with Lou DiBella's relation.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingvoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.